This is Investment Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Daily live streaming interactive. Featuring Mrs. Backup. Subscribe, hit the notification, smash the likes. Now, here's Backup Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to Investment Perspectives, everybody. I'm Brad Kimes. You can follow me at Twitter at BackupBradley. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. So I wanted to start with, first of all, I wanted to just go over some thoughts, and I've been reading a lot of the comments and responding to comments and videos, and I wanted to just kind of collectively readdress how I believe the price can go up, and of recent, why we have heard Ashish Burla, Brad Garlinghouse, Marcus Treacher now talk about going after low-value, high-frequency SMEs, remittance company payment flows. First of all, how the price goes up. We just saw currently in the last 36 hours, 228 million XRP added to the total circulating supply. When I see this, obviously I understand in my mind that I believe it's a controlled release and it's a controlled measure in which they make this happen. And the way I think of it is that there's a lot more demand for liquidity, so there needs to be a bigger addition of XRP added to the total circulating supply. A lot of people, first reaction to that is no. When that happens, they're actually holding the price down because they're putting more XRP into the total circulating supply, not allowing the price to come up. A couple of things. One, we have to understand who is XRP serving. Not Ripple so much, Ripple sure, but XRP as well. Who are they serving? They're serving two very important parts of a payment structure, and that is the market maker and the market participant. The market participant is the person who needs to make a payment. They don't have to care what XRP price is. They just need to change, let's just example, pesos to US dollars. The market maker cares very much about the XRP price because they are the ones holding and using XRP that are going to be able to exchange that currency from peso to US dollar via XRP usage. So it is very important for them to make sure, Ripple being them, to make sure that XRP has a very, not stable, because we talked about this with Bob Way, and he didn't like the word stable, but a tight, reliable trading range. Now, this still allows the price to be able to come up when it is able to, but a tight, reliable trading range. Now, that statement applies to whether it's $100, $1,000, $10,000, or 10 cents. When we think about this in that aspect, I go back to Miguel Villas when he worked at Ripple. And his formula for price coming up over time was liquidity plus utility over time equals price. Liquidity plus utility over time, volume over time, equals price. Now, that is very important because let's look at this moment we're in right now. Liquidity. We have the liquidity to service the needs for low value, high frequency payments right now. Right now. Utility. Again, the utility of the token is able to service these payments in a highly efficient, scalable manner. To that point, We saw last year, 2019 in December, Mr. Ahmed from PayPal testifying in a congressional hearing, and cash still king, specifically noted that when it came to low value payments, they could be using the digital asset XRP. These are things that they can service right now. Let us not forget, as we have this conversation, that small businesses, small medium enterprises are 70 to 90% of the United States economy. When I take all of this into my mind and bring it to this moment we're in today, and then I add in Brad Garlinghouse's comments from this past January 2020 at the World Economic Forum about intending to IPO over the next 12 months, what I see is a laser-like focus. We know that they're working with banks on a high level. We know that the banks are the bigger fish. But again, SMEs and smaller, low-value, high-frequency payments is really how this system's going to work anyway over time. Even if it ends up being a high-value payment, they're all going to be streaming payments. If I understand this correctly, and I believe that I do, this is going to be value as data packet data, and it's going to be streamed. When I think of the impact of loan for companies like PayPal, as they said they could benefit from the use of XRP for low value payments, and Venmo, MasterCard, Visa, it's hard to wrap your mind around the fact of what they could do, what XRP could do for their business right now and the benefit alone. And imagine the impact on price that would have, not for all of MasterCard's payments, not for all of Visa's payments, not for all of PayPal's payments and so on, but the low value payments that XRP has the liquidity to serve right now. Maybe, just maybe, coming back to the IPO, maybe, just maybe, the IPO needs to happen so there's no confusion between the success and the gains of Ripple, the blockchain company, versus XRP, the digital asset. The IPO, for me, clear and away, decouples the company Ripple from the asset XRP. Doesn't mean they got to stop using it. It just means that the successes of Ripple, the blockchain company, are not the successes and the success of XRP, the token. I think that is absolutely a crucial point for the path that Ripple is on to head to an IPO, at whenever that takes place. Now let's talk about how the price goes up. If we understand, or if we are correct, that there's enough liquidity to service low value payments for a lot of these businesses right now, that is absolutely enormous news because it can be put to work right away. How does the price go up? The price doesn't go up just by a market participant coming to the market maker makes the payment for him, and then all of a sudden, voila, magically the price goes up. That isn't how it happens. The market makers need to begin to have competition within the same corridors. This will force them to begin to buy back the XRP that they used for the transaction they just did. The flywheel theory will begin to kick into a perpetual motion of a buy and buy back scenario, because of the competition between 2, 3, 4, 5 different remittance companies using the same settlement option, XRP, to make payments through those corridors. That competition will create a perpetual flywheel of a buy and buyback scenario and holding the XRP asset, because they know that the benefit of buying it and holding it today will always be a cheaper price than what it will be tomorrow. Now, that's just one thing. Another huge way that they could, I've talked about this a lot on this channel, a price set. First knee-jerk reaction from everybody is, now wait a minute, XRP is a decentralized digital asset, Brad. What do you mean by a price set? Well, what I mean is price set. How do you get a set, stable price on a decentralized asset that no one really controls? I'll tell you how. And I'll tell you how. And I'll tell you how to do it and keep it a decentralized asset with an open free market still on the asset. You collateralize it. That's how. When the banks are ready to get into this system, and whenever that moment is, toe in the water, and we know that we're working with banks, but when they are ready to full on step into the settlement and the use and holding XRP as an asset, I believe they will begin to collateralize the ledger with Nostro Vostro accounts. That dormant capital will be used to purchase and collectively lock up into a pool XRP. When you collateralize against XRP, you have now guaranteed a set price if you've done it in massive volume. Let's say that they decide to collectively lock up 10 billion XRP between banks for a first round. I'm making an example to make a point. Instantly, you have collateralized a certain amount of property or assets or value or money, and now you have established a set price. But the market is still very much open and very much free for people to trade, buy, sell, and hold. While you could even do what Marcus Treacher said and introduce ETFs and products of that, investment products of that on top of the underlying asset. In fact, I think you'll see that over time. Looking at this diagram that I have up here, I want to remind everybody, as we follow XRP in the news every day, well, every second of every day, and it's very exciting. When I look at this diagram and I think about how XRP gets its true value for all the money, and you look at the FX markets, you look at the supply chains, the small, medium enterprises, cross-border payments, peer-to-peer, B2B, the ability to collateralize the ledger with good collateral, with real assets of value, providing a stable, reliable, tight trading range price on the asset that banks can absolutely count on every single day, that will not waver from at least a certain ground floor level price that they can count on, a set price. When I look at this diagram and I see all of this, I am reminded this is about the ledger, not about the token. This is about the world being on a new decentralized asset system, a new ledger, a decentralized ledger, an asset-backed system, I should say. The ability to exchange everything from paper money, fiat money, from the old traditional payment rails, to everything that's new, whether it's cryptocurrency or digitized, tokenized assets of value. That's what this is about. There's a road to go, but I think the road is what we're on. And that, to me, is the most important thing as we move forward. All right, guys, I just wanted to put this together. I wanted to lay these thoughts out. I really want to make sure we keep having a conversation, what I believe is the most important things in front of all of us. And I hope in some way for anybody who's new in this arena, in this investment space, in XRP, that we've been able to shed a little light on the conversation of the things that absolutely matter to what is pertinent today. So I hope in some way we've been able to do that. All right, guys, you like the content, hit the like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.